And tonight, a new whistleblower complaint from the government's top vaccine official paints a damning portrait of the administration's response to this pandemic. Dr. Rick Bright alleges he was reassigned last month for refusing to embrace that anti-malaria drug the president repeatedly pitched as a possible treatment. In his written complaint, Bright says he, quote, opposed the broad use of chloroquine and hydroxychloroquine as lacking scientific merit, even though the administration promoted it as a panacea and demanded that New York and New Jersey be flooded with these drugs. He also, quote, felt an urgent and compelling need to inform the American public that there was insufficient scientific data to support the use of these drugs for COVID-19 patients. There's also this on the issue of personal protective equipment and medical supplies. Quote, Dr. Bright was alarmed about the scarcity of critical resources and supplies, including N95 masks, swabs, syringes, and began clashing with Health and Human Services leaders as he pressed for them to take appropriate action to address these shortages. The complaint also notes, quote, Dr. Bright acted with urgency to begin to address this pandemic, but encountered resistance from HHS leadership, including Secretary Azar, who appeared intent on downplaying this catastrophic threat. During a conference call this afternoon, Bright described his experience.
Time after time, I was pressured to ignore or dismiss expert and scientific recommendations, and instead to award lucrative contracts based on political connections. In other words, I was pressured to let politics and cronyism drive decisions over the opinions of the best scientists we have in government. We are in an extraordinarily difficult global crisis, and the worst might still be ahead of us. Americans need to have all the facts. They need to know the truth about this pandemic. They need to be able to trust that their government and the information that they hear from politicians is based on scientific merit.